Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. For longtime fans of the Hannah Swensen mystery movies, the absence of Cameron Mathison in Pie to Die For came as a shock. After all, Mathison's portrayal of Detective Mike Kingston has been a central ingredient in the cozy mystery recipe that so many viewers have come to love. So where did he go? Why is he not sharing screen time with Alison Sweeney's Hannah anymore? The answer, like a good mystery, involves clues from real-life storyline strategy and a little bit of behind-the-scenes drama. Let's break it down in style. Cameron Mathison played Detective Mike Kingston from the start of the murder. She Baked series, which was eventually rebranded into the Hannah Swensen Mysteries. With his classic charm, steady presence, and undeniable chemistry with Hannah, he became a staple of the franchise. But in Pie to Die For, Mike is gone, not dead, not disgraced, just away. No dramatic farewell, just a mention that he's off at FBI training, and in his place, a new man, Assistant Prosecutor Chad Norton, played by Victor Webster. Why did Hallmark replace Mike with Chad? Was it a betrayal of the series or a fresh chapter in Hannah's story? The answer lies in real-life changes and creative shifts. Behind the scenes, Cameron Mathison signed an exclusive deal with another family-focused TV network. This move effectively pulled him out of Hallmark's regular lineup. When actors sign exclusive contracts, it often means they can't appear on competing networks for the duration of the deal. That's what happened here. Mathison's contract created a scheduling and legal barrier that made it impossible for him to continue filming as Mike in the Hannah Swensen films, at least 4. Now, his absence wasn't due to bad blood or creative differences. It was business, clean, corporate, contractual. And while his departure saddened many, Hallmark had a decision to make: put Hannah's story on pause or find a way to keep the mysteries alive. Joanne Fluke's beloved Hannah Swensen novels, on which the movies are based, offer another clue. In the books, Hannah doesn't settle down easily. She has more than one love interest across the series, including Mike, Norman, and even Ross. The triangle isn't neatly resolved in a single volume. In fact, Fluke often uses those romantic tensions to spice up the otherwise cozy tone of small-town murders and bakery hijinks. So in a way, removing Mike aligns the movies more closely with the books. It allows the storyline to explore new romantic possibilities, much like the source material. Enter Chad Norton, the new man in town, ready to pick up the spoon and maybe Hannah's heart. Victor Webster's character, Assistant Prosecutor Chad Norton, was first introduced in Carrot Cake Murder. He's handsome, polished, and carries himself with a confident professionalism that feels fresh but not forced. In Pie to Die For, we see Chad and Hannah growing closer. Not only are they solving crimes together, but there's also a soft flirtation, brewing a first date, tango lessons, lingering glances. It's clear that Hallmark isn't just filling a void. They're building a new dynamic, slowly, deliberately. Chad's character isn't there to replace Mike's memory. Instead, he offers a new flavor of romance, more cerebral, less emotionally entangled, and possibly more mature. Hannah herself is evolving. She's not the same woman she was in the early films. She's been through heartbreak, mystery, and now she's dancing again. Alison Sweeney, who plays Hannah Swensen and now serves as a producer and writer on the series, was instrumental in shaping this new chapter. From a production standpoint, the show must go on even when cast changes occur. Sweeney has spoken about how she wanted the story to reflect natural evolution. Sometimes people leave, sometimes relationships don't work, and sometimes new characters step in and surprise you. That's life and mystery, with Mike's absence carefully written into the script as off to FBI training. The door is still wide open for his return. It's not a recast, it's a respectful pause. And that in itself tells fans, this is not goodbye forever. Let's talk fandom. Some fans were heartbroken. For many, Mike and Hannah were endgame. They had watched them bake together, solve crimes together, and even face danger side by side. Their relationship had depth. Losing Mike felt like a betrayal. Others, however, were intrigued by the change. They saw it as an opportunity for Hannah to grow beyond the limits of a long-term romance that had, frankly, gone a little stale. The chemistry with Chad feels different, less familiar, but more promising in some ways. It opens up the mystery of what Hannah really wants, not just in crime solving, but in love. Fan forums, social media posts, and cozy mystery blogs have all reflected this split. Some cry out for Mike's return. Others say, let's see where this goes. This is the million-dollar mystery, the good news. The character hasn't been killed off or written out permanently. If Cameron Mathison's schedule opens up poor, if contracts shift, he could absolutely return. In soap operas and cozy mysteries alike, no door is ever fully closed. It's a surprise knock at the bakery, a long-lost letter, a phone call from the FBI. These are all classic tropes that could reintroduce Mike whenever the timing is right. Until then, the show is laying down a trail of crumbs that leads toward Chad. But we all know Hannah Swensen doesn't like to be boxed in. Now, let's get creative. The title, Pie to Die For, is clever. Yes, but could it also be symbolic? A pie is a labor of love. If you choose your ingredients, you mix with care. If you watch, it rise. But sometimes the recipe changes. You swap out the crust. You try a new filling. And sometimes the result is just as sweet, maybe even better. The film mirrors this journey. Hannah is finding a new recipe for happiness, one that doesn't require Detective Mike Kingston at her side, and that's okay. Change is the lifeblood of long-running stories. Without it, the pie gets stale. The new direction of the Hannah Swensen Mysteries suggests a subtle rebranding, not in name, but in tone. With Chad, the story gets sharper, a little more legally driven. The mysteries feel more procedural. And the romance is more of a slow simmer than a baked-in certainty. For longtime fans, it's a shift. For newcomers, it's a fresh start. And for Hallmark, it's a smart move that keeps the franchise alive. When beloved actors move on, so why isn't Cameron Mathison in Pie to Die For? Because he's signed with another network, limiting his availability. Because the books support a rotating romantic arc. Because the producers wanted to give Hannah a new storyline without killing off Mike. Because sometimes, even in cozy mysteries, change is the best twist of all. And in true Hannah Swensen fashion, the mystery isn't over. It's just the beginning of a new chapter, one that might include a surprise return, a rekindled flame, or a brand new romance baked to perfection. After all, in Eden Lake, anything can happen, especially when murder and muffins are involved.